Here the question says, show that brackets 10w plus 3 upon w minus 1 minus, and then it's 2 minus 3w squared is identically equal to w squared plus bw plus c, where b and c are integers to be found. So it's a bit of a weird question, this one. It's taken from Dr. Frost Maths. So it's really what they want you to do in this question is just find what b is equal to and what c is equal to. So here, the idea in this question is it's an identity. You know it's an identity because it's got one of these. It's got an identity sign. So this means that basically the number of w squared on the right hand side equals the number of w squares on the left hand side. The number of w's on the right equals the number of w's on the left, and the term that has no w or no w squared on it on the right is equal to the term that has no w or w squared on the left. So to do this, what we're going to do is multiply out the left hand side. So we're just going to say LHS equals, and we're just going to go ahead and multiply that out. So I'm going to write it out before I multiply everything out and tidy up. I'm going to write it out again, just making one tiny wee change, and that is to write this bit as 2 minus 3w upon 2 minus 3w, and then we'll just get cracking multiplying this out. So 10w times w is 10w squared, 10w times minus 1 is minus 10w, and 3 times w is just 3w, and 3 times minus 1 is minus 3. Over here, I'm going to leave this as a minus, and I'm going to sort this double bracket into one big bracket. I'm going to have 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times minus 3w is minus 6w, and you've also got this one as well, so that's another minus 6w, so that's minus 6w minus another 6w is minus 12w, and the last thing is minus 3 times minus 3 is plus 9, and the w times the w is w squared. Okay, right, wee bit of tidying up to do here. First thing I'm going to write that as 10w squared minus 7w minus 3, and then I'm just going to change the sign of everything here. Minus times 4 is minus 4, minus times minus 12 is plus 12w, minus times plus 9w is minus 9w squared, sorry, is minus 9w squared. Okay, tidy up, and we've got our 10w squared minus 9w squared, just gives you w squared, minus 7w plus 12w will give you plus 5w, and minus 3 minus 4 will give you minus 7. So we've got this tidied up. This is tidied up really nicely. Now what we want to do is equate the coefficients. So what that means, that just means a number that's multiplying the thing that you're talking about. So if I look at my w squareds, first of all, on my right hand side of w squared, my left hand side of w squared, so I don't get any more knowledge from that. I don't get anything from that. Unfortunately, that's as good as we can go. If we look at our w terms, I've got bw on my right hand side is equal to 5w. So what that tells me is that b must be equal to 5. And the last thing for me, I've got plus c. So that's my term that doesn't have either w squared or w in it. And then my term, the equivalent term on the other side is minus 7. So I've got b is equal to 5 and c is equal to minus 7, and hopefully that is what they are looking for.